Okay, I just hit start streaming. We'll see what happens. Does it show we're live? It says we've been live for 11 seconds. Are we live? Does it show we're live?
I have no idea.
Somebody want to go to Twitch and see? Just knowing my luck, suddenly it just won't go live all of a sudden.
Oh my gosh, if that was the case, effing kill me right now.
Yeah.
It doesn't show me anything live.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh.
Yep.
Wait a minute. Yeah, we do.
Fuck
Oh
it.
no, it
We're
says
gonna do
it's
it live.
Mine shows we're live. Hold on.
It says it's offline or not currently available.
I've got it up on my app. I'm just waiting to see.
Okay.
I usually get a notification when it goes live.
Yeah, I don't know. Internet. It's just streaming a black screen. You've got to be. Oh, no, we're up. We're going.
Yeah, I see it.
All right. Internet, hello. Sorry about the confusion at the beginning. We don't know what the fuck we're doing. Welcome to a new version of the Entertainment is Dead podcast, where we just basically try to figure out what the hell's going on, fuck stuff up every once in a while, and Mandy has a really cool tiger on rocket skates.
And also, Time just tries to run everything and won't let me moderate for once.
Sorry. Ladies and gentlemen, your moderator, Chuck Sweat.
Oh, thank you. All right. So this week, we got a few things we want to talk about. Want to first check in with everybody and see what everybody's been playing this week. So we're going to start with that. And I think I'm going to start with Mandy. Mandy, what's new? What's been cracking?
I finished Assassin's Creed Unity. Finished like the main campaign. I still have little side missions I can do and stuff. But I finished that. Way excited about it. Now I'm on to Black Flag because I never actually played Assassin's Creed Black Flag. Oh my gosh, Black Flag. Sorry. And I'm really liking it so far. The assassin is it's a lot more fast paced than Unity is. So it's a very different shift. Although I keep on hitting the wrong buttons to do like my Eagle Vision or something. It's a thumbstick instead of Y. Anyway, and I end up accidentally throwing smoke bombs all over the place and ruining my life. So other than that, I'm really liking it. So it's fun.
Well, Assassin's Creed has ruined many lives.
Just
maybe not. I don't know. So anything else? Did you get anything during the sales on Xbox One or anything like that?
No, I downloaded some really random game called D4, I think.
Yeah, it's free
it was
this
on
month.
free. Yeah, I have never heard of it, so I'm kind of curious about that. I watched the trailer and I'm like, this looks sketchy, but here we go. So
yeah, it's free, right?
We'll see. Exactly.
What is it? What kind of game is it? Is it like a platformer or?
It's like I think it was $15 at its most. I think it's kind of like an arcade, or not an arcade. Honestly, it kind of looks like a mystery style something. Your guy is like a time traveler or something, and he goes to figure out something about his wife being murdered. I have no idea, truthfully.
It kind of looks like that Murdered game that came out.
Like Soul Suspect?
Yeah, that's what
okay.
it was.
It looked interesting.
That'll be a
and
good free game to play on my Xbox One. I'll have to jump on it.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah. All right. Jacob, what have you been playing this week?
I've been playing mobile games. I'm playing the Marvel Contest of Champions.
Tell me about that.
It's basically a little Marvel fighting game where every 24 hours they give you a chance to get a new hero. And then you can earn points and buy things and get better ranked heroes. You start with a 1 star, then a 2, then a 3, then a 4. And then you can level them up. And each of the characters is a specific archetype. So there's mutant, there's mystic, cosmic, tech, science, and fighting, or skill, I think they call it. And it's like rock, paper, scissors in the fact that one beats the other.
Mm-hmm.
And then you basically just beat the crap out of superheroes. I find it quite fun, although they always want to give me Colossus, which is not a bad thing. But when you already have Colossus, you don't want more.
There's
I
never
totally know how that goes.
you can never have too much Colossus, in
Would
my
you
opinion.
say I have a plethora of Colossus?
I might even say I might have a lot of Colossi.
There you go.
Ooh.
Would that be Colossi?
Fancy.
I'll make you all
Colossus.
think, internet.
Is it like geese? Colossus?
Yeah, right.
Hey, my education was in art. Okay, let's not get into this really deep conversation.
I
Would you
don't
listen to me?
I don't do that grammar bullshit. I'm an artist.
Speaking
right.
of art education, Vance, what have you been playing this week?
I got back. Let's see. With one of the other members, with Steve Gibbs, we played a few games of League of Legends, and I'm playing a little bit of Far Cry 3 again. Got back into that, and I've been playing a lot of Photoshop. It's an amazing game.
Mm.
A lot of Maya and a lot of Endio. So
Has any? I want to kind of shoot this out here really quick. Sorry to cut you off, Vance. Has anybody here played Far Cry 4 yet?
Mm-mm.
my
I've
friend
never
told me
played
this-
any Far Cries, actually.
Ooh.
No.
Well,
I can
You're
tell you,
missing
Far Cry
out.
3 is amazing. It was really
yeah.
good. Far Cry 1 was amazing. I remember when we were building computers
Mhm.
back in the day to play that. So.
Yeah. Well, I remember when like the Far Cry's we played Far Cry 2 for quite a while, and I wanted to say I played 3 for a little bit, but I never jumped on 4. But I'm not really much of a shooter guy, so it's not surprising for me at least.
I think the hard thing for me was that it's one of those games where it's not enough of a disconnect for the multiplayer and the single player. Like the campaign looked cool enough for me to play it, but then a few of my friends that actually play first person shooters that played through it was like the campaign, even though it looks great, is still shit. So
It's
I
fun.
mean storyline wise.
I'm not, I hear that all the time. I hear people go, I play games for the story. I'm like, really? Because I read books and I watch movies for the story. But, it's actually a really fun game. It's the same as Grand Theft Auto. There's no story to Grand Theft Auto, but it's fun.
Right.
Grand Theft
So
Auto
play it.
sucks.
Dude, it's
Yeah.
a great game.
Says the Assassin's Creed player.
I don't.
Hey.
I didn't like
I
GTA.
hated GTA.
I just want to say that I do play games for the story, and I don't play games with no story.
That's true.
I also agree to that.
Ah,
Yeah.
Oh, the age-old debate. Here we go again.
Oh, there's no debate.
Week 20,000.
Look,
whatever.
I think everything Mandy says this week is 10 points better just because she has a tiger with rocket legs. Like, I'm so stoked.
You can't argue with that. You can't.
Can I tell the story of the tiger? Can I please tell it?
Absolutely.
So we're sitting here trying to get ready for the show, waiting for Lance to figure out why his Xbox is broken, and waking Jacob from his pre-evening nap. And we had to get video figured out for Mandy, and so we Googled really cool tiger. And
Don't know
this,
why.
And
It
this
had to
was
be done.
it had to be done, and this was the second image that appeared. So I was excited about it. I don't know about you.
Kind of
guys.
incredible.
Kind of cool.
A little bit.
All right, Tom. So what have you been playing this week?
Final Fantasy 3 on my Vita, or 6 if you go by the Japanese numbers. So I've been playing that. I'm about 40% done. I've played it probably 20 something times. Just going through that again before I go to bed every night. A lot of Killer Instinct, and I actually picked up. I got a review code. Thank you, Arc System Works, of Guilty Gear Xrd.
Oh,
on
nice.
PS4. It's really super fun. I have the controls. I'm gonna have to do some custom controller mapping because I don't have an arcade stick for my PS4. But I love the way they let you do they're called Roman cancels. So in Street Fighter, there's a mechanic called Focus Attack Dash Canceling (FADC) where you can interrupt a move by doing a focus and dashing out of it, and then you can continue combos. Well, Guilty Gear has that. It's called Roman canceling, and you have to hit 3 buttons instead of 2. So I've got to figure that out. But it's really cool. Really neat characters, great visuals. You get to a point once you get enough meter, you can do one-hit kills, which is kind of neat. So you actually load the kill, and then if you can combo into it, you can just do like an instant execution. So been having some fun with that, and I'm kind of back on Destiny as much as I hated that game. So there's that. I said it.
We
I'm
don't
playing
talk
Destiny.
about the game that cannot be named.
Yeah, But
You know,
I have been
they
It's
said
the
the
Voldemort
D
of the
word.
games.
but I have been playing Destiny on my PS3 with some coworkers, so it's been pretty good.
Do you have the new DLC? Is
I
that what
didn't-
you've been playing?
No, I have not. I'm just doing the old stuff. On the PS4 I'm only level 24, and
Uh-huh.
on Xbox One I'm level 12. So
Oh, nice.
yeah, there you have it.
Oh man, I just want to point out a prediction that came true this week. You know, I predicted the future. Tom will buy an Xbox, and it will only play Killer Instinct.
That's not
The
true.
end.
It played Destiny for a minute, and it might play Sunset Overdrive, maybe.
Oh, that's
Maybe.
right. I forgot.
Didn't
You know,
buy
I do
that?
think out
I
of
did, yeah.
everybody that we
Yeah.
podcast with, I think that Sunset Overdrive is the best fit for Thomas Winkley. I remember years of him like coming to work and be like, "I love Tony Hawk. I love Tony Hawk. I played Tony Hawk like American Wasteland. It was fucking awesome. That game was dog shit, and Tom liked
Tony
it."
Hawk was so good. Oh, up until the one with the skateboard, it was really, really good. I love Tony Hawk. I
Ugh.
still love Tony Hawk.
Wait. You mean you just said up until the one with the skateboard? Isn't Tony
Yeah.
Hawk only a
No,
skateboarder?
so they made
No,
one.
there was one that was actual physical skateboard.
Like you had like a wireless skateboard you stood on and did tricks on, and it was
Oh,
the
hell
fucking.
no.
It was so bad. Like
That sounds awful.
It was a great idea.
Yeah.
Oh my
For
gosh.
execution.
yeah, it was really bad. It was the worst. It was just so terrible. But
Virtual Boy.
I can't read what you guys are saying in Skype chat, so fuck all y'all.
Okay, you want me to read it out loud? It's pretty funny.
Yeah, you should read it out loud.
Story in a game is like story in a porn movie. It's expected to be there, but it's not that important. John Carmack said that. Jacob's like, yeah, that's how I like my porn movies as well.
Nice. So I guess I have. Oh, you guys took up about 10 minutes of that, so I have a whole 4 minutes to bore you with what I did this week.
What did you do this week, Lance? And say it with some energy. You sound so tired and sad.
You
I,
sound
it's kind of weird to
super
not be able
excited.
to see myself, so really I'm just looking at a timer, like, and I'm looking at I'm looking at the agenda because I'm trying to stay on task here and not talk too much, which is impossible for me. I've been playing Walking Dead season 2, and I am on episode 3.
Oh man.
So I'm really happy I'm finally sitting down to play that. I bought a few of those, which I would still recommend. I would recommend them to anybody who hasn't played Telltale games,
Right.
namely somebody that just bought an Xbox. You can get the game for $15. It's worth it.
Yeah.
I mean, just get season 1 and try it, and next time it goes on sale, buy the rest of them. So it's one of the best games. The first one was one of the best games I ever played. The second one's shaping up to be really, really good too. The only thing I can say, there's a few things that bug me about it though. It's the same thing as the first one. Like the decisions are a little bit harder, but I know you and Randy really liked it, Tom, and I'm feeling like it's just more of the same, like awful things happening in the second one, and I'm hoping it does something else. I don't know what it needs to do. I really like the dog. The dog was cool.
I don't know if it's
but-
gonna. It gets pretty sketch. I don't know. I'm excited to hear when you finish it. I don't want to ruin anything.
Yeah. I'm hoping to finish it like this weekend or something. I also picked up. I want to start playing Wolf. I got the Wolf Among Us, and I want to start cranking that out.
That was that one.
I
I think Wolf Among Us is better, in my opinion, is better than season 2 of Walking Dead, only because it's a new IP, and so they can kind of shock you again, if that makes
Right.
sense.
Yeah, that's what I'm excited for. I played a little bit of the first episode on my iPad, and I really liked it. Speaking of which, Hank has kind of got me addicted to My Monsters, which is, I think, the same people that made that stupid dragon game you were addicted to for a while, Tom.
Oh no, is it like Dragon? The hell was that game called?
Dragon Veil or some
Oh
shit.
God, I love Dragon Veil.
It's the same shit. It's like, let's breed the monsters. But the thing that sucks about it, that's obnoxious, is they all sing and you like it, and then you hate it, and then you like them singing and you fucking hate them singing. And they sing the same song, dum, da dum, da dum. And then you start adding more monsters and they're like, dee 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 dee. Oh, it's fucking terrible. But
And you're singing it in the shower, and you're like,
I
"What is in
know,
my
I'm like
head?"
singing it. Boom, boom. Hank loves it. And I've been secretly like playing it when he's not around to like get our levels up. So, but yeah, I've been playing Destiny as well, and I'm, man, all I can say about the new raid is I like the new content, and I've been trying to wrap my head around the fact that they put out this expansion and people have managed to just fucking glitch the hell out of it. Like I'm in a really shitty position where I was running with a bunch of people that were actually raiding. Like we were all raiding together and we finished um, Vault of Glass and we did it a few times and we pretty much had it on farm status and uh, and then a few of them kind of backed out and kind of started doing some other stuff, um, like paying attention to their families and so I haven't had a rating group, and so this Crota thing is kind of turned into let's see if we can glitch everything in the fucking game, and it really that whole raid is so glitchy. Like I shouldn't say glitchy. It's just there's so many holes and exploits that people have found in it that it just I've never seen so many exploits in a game, and it's kind of
Like
breaking
what?
it. It
What
would be
happened?
like to me, I kind of look at like them glitching a raid like that in the equivalent of like typing in a a god mode code for Contra. You know, you want to get through Contra for the sake of getting through the fucking game and being a badass and doing it, but you I'm just yeah, it's just frustrating. Anyway, so time's up on that. We're moving on.
Time's up.
Time's up. No more ranting. I ranted for 4 minutes straight. That's right. Okay. So w- let's talk about what's new this week. What's going on in the world of gaming. Specifically, I want to talk about the PlayStation subscription and what everybody's thoughts on this are, and maybe what you'd like to see in the future from, say, Microsoft or somebody else. So, Tom, you were really excited about this. I want you to go first.
So the more I think about it, the less excited I am, which is unfortunate. So it's cool that finally gaming is getting that subscription service that we've all wanted, right? I mean, like you've had your GameFly where they'll mail you a disc, but that was something where, especially because I think they didn't have a lot of like hubs. I think there was like a 7-day turnaround, right? Like you would order a game and show up in 2 days,
Yeah,
and
it
then
took forever.
yeah. So when you swap a game, you'd send it back, wait 2 days, wait 2 more. So you're like 4 to 5 days in between titles. This is streaming content. Doesn't take up any hard drive space. It beams right to your system, which is freaking cool. And they announced that it'll be $20 a month if you do it monthly, or if you pay 3 months at a time, it'll be $15 a month. And it's all PS. It's a bunch of PS3 games, over 100 titles. They're talking about, they talked about Ratchet and Clank Into the Nexus, God of War Ascension, The Last of Us. There was a pretty big grip of titles. The Image had a whole bunch of other little things you could kind of look at with a microscope. But it's pretty cool. Like if you think about it, all the PS3 games that you might have missed, especially all these new PS4 owners that might have switched over from the 360 or maybe just didn't have a console before, for $15 have full access to this slew of games, provided their internet connection can, stream it well. Which I think is great. The more
Do you
I
think it's going to be a stream like a DRM kind of thing? Like you'll download the game and then it'll be a DRM protected
it,
game?
it is. You won't download it. You stream it from their servers. It's kind of like OnLive was, but it works. Um, I did it during the beta. It works. So PlayStation Now is already going, but before it was on that broken price structure where you would pay like for a $15 game that you could buy, you could rent it for 90 days for $15, which was asinine. So with this, you actually can $15 a month if you pay in advance, or 20 a month if you do monthly, where you can stream any game. So it's more of a subscription service. So they just took now and moved it to that
Idea.
model, which is awesome unless you're like me where you already have like a shitload of games you haven't finished. Because then I'm like, oh my god, that's like
You feel
200
swamped.
more games that I just haven't played, you know?
Okay.
Well,
But
but
Well,
I see where they're coming from because it sounds like it would kind of self-perpetuate to make you want to continue it because you're like, oh, I'm only paying $15 a month and I got through, 10 games this month and I have another 15 or 20 that I want to play,
yeah.
So I totally see the genius behind it.
And think about
mm,
if you don't buy any, say like once they move this, because eventually they're going to move this to like current gen titles,
Hmm.
hopefully. And imagine, if you beat two games in a month and they're newish releases, if you were to go out and buy them, you're 120 bucks versus you're just paying 15 bucks a month and you have access to them. So I think there's a lot of merit there, and for console gaming especially, how cool is it that for Christmas, instead of having to buy, because when you buy like with my Xbox, I mean Xbox is king of nickel and dime, right? I bought my system, and then I had to buy a play in charge, and then I had to buy an extra controller so my friends could play, which also had to have a play in charge, and then I bought my Xbox Live subscription. So before you know it, you've tacked on 160, $180 without games of extra stuff. So for me, how cool would it be if you buy the system, an extra controller, and you buy them 2 months of a subscription service so they can get to any game they want and go, here you go.
Well, not only that, but they've hinted at the fact that some of their later TVs are going to support it. So literally all you'll need is a DualShock 3 or a DualShock 4 that will connect to your TV, and then you just stream it from your TV, and you don't even need a system.
Yep.
What? That's cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah, they want to do it with some of the newer Sony 4K TVs and
like the smart
things like
TV.
that coming out. Yeah, so I mean that's kind of a cool idea, and that's
Yeah.
an interesting way to take the gaming, take the console out of it.
Well, and if you think about it, once they release it for Vita, that makes the Vita TV a whole new world. Instead of going out and buying a PS3, you buy a Vita TV and you buy a subscription.
Yeah.
Or it gives Sony a lot of leverage to start moving games to their handheld consoles, to their set-top boxes. I mean, they could do anything they want with this if they get it right.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and predict this now, and you're not going to like it, but I'm predicting that it'll fail.
It won't.
And the reason why I think that I don't think it'll be a complete failure, but do I think that it'll last long term? No. And the reason why is because for me, my thoughts are this. People will buy it for a while, they'll play some games, they'll find some titles they like, which is great, but it won't be a long-term service that's going to keep them going. I just don't think it'll be a long-term service that'll keep them going back. But, I mean...
Isn't that what they said about Netflix, though?
Yeah.
True. That's fair. But I don't know. I just kind of... I know where you're going to go with this is they're going to introduce new titles. I just don't think it's the same thing. But I don't really have much to back it up. That's all I've got.
I'm telling you, though... Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say this isn't new. Sega did this back in the day. With the Genesis, you could actually buy a peripheral for the Genesis, and so there's been lots of subscription-based streaming game, straight to home. But I don't think we've ever had the bandwidth or the technology or the hardware to actually do it till now.
Right.
We have the
future.
technology.
We do.
Well,
I know it sounds very corny, but
not only
It's very
that,
accurate.
as a society, we weren't streaming things when they came out. We weren't used to doing it. Now everybody's used to doing it. Netflix, Hulu, Amazon Prime, HBO Go. I mean, this is kind of where everybody's just expecting everything.
Well, and another huge piece of news that dropped this week that I think further supports this is the future on this is the Sling TV. I mean, who would have thought that at any point you'd be able to pay $20 a month and get ESPN? That is insane. And for those in the know that have been looking at that, is the only reason, for me, the only reason my wife and I ever consider getting any kind of TV is so she can watch college football during the season. And now I can literally subscribe to Sling TV for 3 months for $60, and we can just stream it, and that's huge. And the fact that they've got Cartoon Network, this was TNT, CBS, CNBC. And then ESPN.
By cable companies.
Yeah, exactly. And you're going to start seeing that a la carte pricing. Gaming is going to have to move that way as well with the bandwidth support. And I think that while PlayStation Now is been slow to move forward, and it'll probably continue to move forward slowly, when you start seeing next-gen titles hit that, and maybe a game hits a brand new, you can buy it day one for $60, or a month and a half later you can stream it on PlayStation Now with your subscription. You're going to see some movement, especially with indie titles. Oh my gosh, $15 a month to play every indie game ever, probably worth it. So
absolutely. Well, there's a lot of development studios that use just workstations where it's just one big supercomputer and everybody connects to it via a console, and then they just work off that and basically does the work for the entire studio. What's to say that won't be the next step? There's a lot of guys out there predicting that we're going to remove hardware from the home completely and everything will be a cloud-based service. And all you do is connect through a tablet or you connect through your TV or whatever it is, and it pretty much does all of your entertainment needs. So
I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing, and I'm not even saying that if I had a PlayStation 4, I wouldn't buy it, because there's plenty of games out there that I want to play that were on PlayStation. I mean, I want to play Last of Us. I wouldn't mind going through Heavy Rain again. And there's a couple other ones like that, but I just have a hard time believing that, like, and you're gonna disagree with me on this, but I still think that Sony's a fucking cold-blooded pile of crap, and I'm not saying Microsoft is any better, because they are just a big corporation as well. I'm not protecting them, but if there's one thing that Sony proved to me over the years of working for GameStop, is they just want your money just like everybody else, and they will nickel and dime you. And I just have a hard time. I mean, I guess if the price is right, right? I mean, that's really what it's gonna boil down to, is can they make it work for the price, and is it going to be a good bang for your buck, and are they going to have enough product there to make it worth it for people to actually stick around and keep doing it. But my prediction is still that it's not going to work for very long. I think a year and a half from now, nobody's going to be using it.
Okay.
that's fine.
Okay, so bookmark this episode. In a year and a half, we'll revisit this.
Okay, done.
Okay.
All right. Anything else you want to kick around with what's new in gaming?
I don't know if there's a lot else coming down the pipe, really. I mean, I know
Really?
CES is in session right now, and I've seen a few things, but really, I mean, Google TV was like the big thing everyone talked about other than that, but I have also been kind of out of the loop on that side. I mean, I can say what I'm excited for this year so far, PlayStation Now being one of the things, but...
Should we jump into our late New Year's gaming? What we're excited about?
Absolutely. 100%. Do it.
Okay. So, this week we're talking about our New Year's gaming things that we're excited about for this year, 2015, and what is just going to make us shit our pants. So, speaking of shitting our pants, Jacob, I want to hear what you're excited for this year. Go.
Are we talking game wise?
Yes.
I'm really stoked for The Order.
Yeah.
The game just looks amazing. I liked what I played 3, maybe 4 months ago. And they've had all this time to get it better. I was really surprised at how smooth it looked and how surprisingly fantastic the graphics were.
I'm getting those two confused, The Order and Bloodborne, which I want to play both of them. Which one is the one that's Dark Souls?
The Order is sort of the
3.
steampunk alternate London.
Yep.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And Bloodborne is the one that's done by the Dark Souls guy.
The Dark Souls people. So
Okay.
Bloodborne looks good, but having not really wanted to put time into Dark Souls, just because I know myself and I like to have some, I'm gonna stay away from it. But that one, and then Uncharted, I just want to see how they end the series. So far, those are the two games that I'm looking forward to.
So are they saying 4 and done on Uncharted?
I think it's just 4 and it's done with Drake's stuff. So they may stick with the universe, but his character is going to be like that. It's going to finish up his story until they probably need more money.
And then they're going to bring him back.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, they'll bring him back.
Cool. All right. Mandy, you're next.
I'm boring. I seriously, I'm just actually looking to catch up on all the video games that I've missed out on. So I need to still get the Halo collections for my Xbox. I'm dying to do that. And new game-wise, though, that none of us even know a release date or anything for, is no huge surprise, the Assassin's Creed England one that I'm spacing on the name right now for some reason. Oh my gosh, do you guys know what it's called?
It's the new. I saw a thing for it.
I can't remember.
I always just disregard Assassin's
The
Creed. I'm sorry.
Assassinate
That's
people in
okay.
it.
It's all
But
right.
it's
That's what I'm excited about.
they
I'm
announced
kind
it
of
recently, right?
I'm kind of hoping. Yeah, it was like it was slipped like a couple days before their actual announce. Um, I want to say it's like Freedom or
It's
something
Victory.
like that. Victory.
Victory.
Yeah, that's it. I'm hoping for like a little bit of Jack the Ripper aspect. But my favorite Assassin's Creed was Ezio in Italy. So I'm hoping that they get a little bit of the European charm back because I don't know. Unity was good. It was really fun. It was really great, but it was still lacking something. So I'm hoping that this next one can kind of be amazing, but we'll see.
Okay. Vance, did he drop off?
Yeah, his I think either his pizza came or his internet crashed, one of the two.
I
So
think I'm gonna go with
It
pizza.
was probably pizza.
so
Son of a
he
bitch.
hung up and it messed up our framing. So thanks a lot, Vance.
Or he's like, screw those guys, I'm out.
So hopefully he jumps back on. But who's next, Lance?
Tom,
Woo!
did you already go?
I did not go, so I'm also excited for Bloodborne, The Order. Something else, I got an invite this morning to be on to do the PlayStation 4 stress test for Evolve this weekend. So
Oh,
Oh, sweet.
yeah, so I'm pretty excited to mess with that and see how it goes. I
What's
have,
the
I'm
stress
kind of curious
test?
to know how you feel about it because
yeah.
I was really kind of let down, to be honest.
So the one bummer is to get into it, I had to sign an NDA, so I don't get to talk about it until after launch. But and like I would normally just say fuck the NDA, but they took my email address and they have my social media info, so I'm just gonna be real quiet about it. Um, so yeah, but I get to do that this weekend. I'm pretty excited to see how that goes, and then once the game launch, see what I think about it, and then play the game once it happens. Hopefully, I'm also excited because I've been talking to some of the guys at work. A lot of them play PlanetSide, and
Oh yeah.
it's one I've always wanted to jump on. Well, the closed beta hits PlayStation 4 on January 20th, so that'll be kind of cool. And then this is kind of the one I'm actually excited for this week. I downloaded this game for my Vita called Whoa Dave, and it looks kind of dumb, kind of dorky, but really fun. So I'm kind of excited to try that. Um, that's the big stuff, As far as New Year's Eve resolutions, I want to do better at Evo this year. I want to beat at least 2 people. And what else did I really? And honestly, I just want to finish more games. Last year I wanted to finish a bunch of games, and I haven't counted the actual list, but I'm pretty sure I finished like 20 or so games last year.
Nice.
Which for me is huge. I even beat Final Fantasy VIII before New Year's Eve, which was like my 10-year life goal. Beat that piece of shit.
He's come a long way, folks.
It's amazing. You guys should have been there when I beat the game. It was like 2 o'clock in the morning. I couldn't yell out in excitement because my wife was sleeping, and so I just like watched the ending and like watched all the credits and watched the after ending credits, and then like saved it and deleted the game from my fucking system, and that was it. I was just done. It was like, oh, I beat you. I uploaded the save file to the cloud and nuked it. I was like, I'm done. There's 2 gigs I don't ever need to use again. So
That
yeah,
game was 2 gigs.
1.8 gigs, dude. 4 discs.
Holy
So
hell.
I finished it. I'm done. I'm free. So this New Year's, just gonna check more games off my list. I still need to finish like God of War 2, I've got Final Fantasy 10, 10-2 I need to go through. 3D Dot Game Heroes I still haven't finished. I'll probably be streaming a lot of these, and then all the new stuff that comes out. So that's my resolution: stream more, play more.
I think that's what we're all wanting to do, right? Is
Yeah.
streaming more on Twitch
Yep.
also.
Spend more time talking with the people, playing the games.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah. I think, and I'm gonna follow up with that. I think for me, I'm such an asshole about games. Like I've spent so much time like playing games that I feel like are just these recycled fucking plots with recycled content, and so I've become very bitter and jaded about new people, like new platforms and new properties. And I think what I'm going to make a resolution for this year is to try new different games, stuff like I
Assassin's
really like
Creed.
The Cave. Fuck that. No. It's the same shit every single game. Go kill this person. Okay, great. Bring me a bone. Okay, all right. I'll give you a cookie. Awesome. Anyways, here's a new knife. So, anyways, yeah, that's my resolution. Games I'm excited for. I really don't want to do this, but I haven't been able to break down and beat The Witcher 1 or get anywhere in it but I think I'm just gonna pick up Witcher 3 and start from Witcher 3 because I really like the fantasy that they're building with that game, and I'm a big fan of fantasy worlds. I burned through Game of Thrones. I'm currently burning through like book 4 of Harry Potter. I'd never read them before. Watched all the movies not too long ago, so I like that stuff. And so that's probably the game I'm most excited for immediately. I really don't see anything in the near future that looks appealing. I mean, I'll probably pick up Halo, but I don't really care. It's not anything new or different or amazing. Um, and yeah, I mean, I think that's it. I think kind of like what Tom's saying, like, you know, looking for those. I'm going to be looking more for those indie games that are a little bit, off the beaten path. And I also want to go back and fucking finish a couple games, like Outlast. I want to finish Outlast, and a couple others like that. Probably Evil Within since I picked it up and never played through it, although I'm kind of bored with it. So, anyways, is Vance back?
Yeah, I'm here.
Vance, what are you excited for this year? And what is your New Year's resolution for gaming?
Okay. Um, Star Citizen looks amazing. I can't wait.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Really excited about Star Citizen. Really excited about Hyper Light Drifter.
When
Fucking
you had to dump $2,000 into a computer, can I have your old one for that Star Citizen game that you're gonna
I got
play?
news. My computer's gonna run Star Citizen just fine.
Yep, yep.
You watch, dude. Like a lot of people, I think a lot of people are kind of like we don't really know. I mean, we have no idea how they're gonna scale it down or scale it up or whatever it is. But if I gotta buy a new video card, yeah, you're more than welcome to buy my old one. It's just gonna have a
Oh, I
water.
just wanted a free one.
Sorry, it's not gonna happen, bro. Sorry. I can't wait to see the new Doom. They said they were gonna
Yeah.
here. I'm really excited.
Yeah, that would be great.
Are they gonna get a demo out this year?
I don't know if they'll get a demo out, but we'll definitely see.
I have access to the Doom beta since I bought a
Isn't it like
Wolfenstein.
Rage? Didn't Rage have the demo?
Did it? I don't know. It was if you bought Wolfenstein New Order, you got the Doom
Oh,
for
that's
beta,
right.
So I registered for it. I'm just waiting to get my email.
Yeah, no,
Damn.
me and you both, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was actually a really good game too. I should have said that when we were talking about games of the year. Wolfenstein was really good.
That's a good point because I actually really dug Wolfenstein New Order as well. Like they did a great job of just letting you mindlessly slaughter Nazis with cool shit.
Yeah, the bad guys were great too. You really
Yeah.
hated them.
Yeah.
But anyway, moving on. Sorry, we gotta stay on track. Karate chop. Um, so let's see. What was it? There was one other game that I really wanted to talk about, and I'm trying to think about what it is. Oh, the new Unreal Tournament might be coming out this year, and it's free to play, and
Wow.
it's gonna be shipped with a its own map editor, which will make it easy for people to go in and make their own content. But more importantly, I think you get a couple months free of Unreal 4 engine, so you'll be able to make all your own shit for it. So this game is going to be a return to PC gaming greatness, where everything is made by the community. And if anybody has ever gamed back in the heyday when Call of Duty 2, you could still make shit for it, and you could make, oh dude, I don't think I played. I think past a certain time, I don't think I remember playing any Unreal Tournament, shipped maps. I think everything was content, was user created. And anybody that's ever done that realizes, oh, that's big. That's really big. Because there's a lot of really cool stuff that comes out of the community, and a lot of real stupid stuff, but for the most part, cool stuff. And then the last game I want to talk about, the last thing I'm excited for, gosh damn it, was just on the tip of my tongue. Oh, Blizzard's new shooter, Overwatch.
Oh, yeah.
Does
Does that ship this year?
It should ship later this year, is what they were saying.
Well, it's
That'll
Blizzard,
be-
so it's going to be done when it's done, right?
Either way, yeah, I could care less, man. We all know one thing about Blizzard.
Yep.
Their shit works.
Yeah.
Right.
Diablo, it's got a few issues here and there, and everybody goes back, well, what about World of Warcraft? I'm like, yeah, well, try maintaining World of Warcraft, dude, when, 10 million people all want to log on at once and, tell me all about it. So, but my New
Well, I
Year's...
mean, Diablo at launch, StarCraft at launch. They have terrible launches as of the
StarCraft was
last,
fine.
Nope, there was a problem with
Yes.
StarCraft
No, it was-
Authenticator at the beginning.
I played it, dude. It was like literally, I played it at launch, dude. It wasn't, you could get around it really easy.
Well,
You shouldn't have to.
around it or available to average Joe playing it.
Whatever.
So-
It was over in a day, so I mean, you can be pissed off about that if you want, but
But I think
I'm
Blizzard
I'm
has
not saying
proved-
anything about Blizzard. I love Blizzard.
yeah.
I'm just saying that they have a problem with their. I just think they need to dump their stupid fucking authenticator.
Well, and I
So.
think Blizzard has proved they can launch any game they want and make it work. I mean, Hearthstone, massive success, free-to-play card game. And it's
Incredible game.
incredible. Yes, so
Yeah.
good.
Incredible
So,
game.
I think Overwatch will be just as good.
No story.
Yay! I'm in.
So, and then there's a rumor, and this was a rumor that I heard from a guy, but it's kind of been floating around the indie development scene with a lot of developers. We might see Half-Life 3.
I would
I've
lose my
heard
mind
rumors
if
about
we
that
did.
too.
I freaking love Half-Life.
Meh.
Who said May? Who said May?
okay.
I did.
Are
I'm
you
kind
kidding
of.
me?
So I love how that game gets put on a pedestal,
Because it's
and
amazing.
then we get a bunch of shit about recycled graphics. That's what I always love to hear. Where every single one of them look the fucking same, like the bad guys all look the same in Half-Life 2.
They could
But,
all look
uh,
identical, and that game is still awesome.
It's a great game. I won't lie. It was probably one of the best first-person shooter stories I've ever heard, especially
yeah.
for, I mean, kind of like taking into account its time frame.
Hmm
But I'm not saying it's perfect, and I really like Valve. Valve's a great company. Probably another one of my favorites. Would I play Half-Life 3? Absolutely. I think it's definitely worth the time, and it's really enjoyable.
Oh,
The episodes were all really fun. I enjoyed everything they offered in that game for Half-Life 2.
Yeah.
So,
it's time to
but
wake up.
anyways,
It's time to wake up, Mr. Freeman. Wake up and smell the ashes.
I just don't think that it's like the bee's knees. It's like Metallica in the 90s to me
Uh,
for PC people.
Hey, Metallica was good in the late
Metallica
80s.
still is good.
Whoa.
Let's be honest.
No, let's
I
not.
stirred up a hornet's
let's not
nest.
be honest at all.
let's. So this is why Half-Life is great. It'll just be one thing. Not at any point during the game do you ever hear Gordon Freeman say anything.
Because he's
But
a
you-
badass.
Well, no. And this. They did this very specifically. They said we don't want. Gordon Freeman is going to be different for everybody. And if you ever notice while you're playing the game, you respond to what's going on the screen. You're making the response for what's happening, and you're like, I hate Dr. Vreen, and everything that's happening on the screen, the player is sitting back there. They're responding emotionally too, and that's what creates Gordon Freeman.
I love the egg timer. That is great.
I know. It makes me think I gotta go cook something real quick.
Do I still have time, or you cut me off?
I'm cutting you off.
Oh, okay.
I'm just kidding.
Okay.
No, I mean,
No other game has been able to do it. Every other game has to show an actual response on screen. Like if you
Dead
go over
Space.
What are you talking-
The first Dead Space had a silent protagonist, and it was amazing.
Well, that's-
yeah.
Bioshock had a silent protagonist.
and it's all the same,
Bioshock, yep.
I
they
love
all-
Bioshock.
and they all learned it from Half-Life.
oh,
I guarantee they'll say, yeah, we
I'm
learned.
sure we can find something further back, but I'm
I
not.
think they all
I'm-
learned it from System Shock too.
Bam.
Or we could go even further. Maybe I don't know what game you just listed,
Good.
and go to Riven or Myst.
Oh.
No,
Yeah.
No, because
Pac-Man was a silent protagonist.
Ribbon and Mist didn't really have any. Like Ribbon and Mist didn't really have any protagonists. It was like you saw puzzles.
Yeah.
Pac-Man had a hard time with those ghosts.
Waka, waka, waka.
Although
I mean-
Pac-Man's kind of a loud eater, so I think he kind of
He
talked a little
is.
bit.
I mean-
Nom nom nom.
Mario was
But-
a silent protagonist. I mean, his princess was always in another castle, but he never complained. He just shouldered the workload, brother. He just moved it right along.
Dude. But I can tell you this. It was the first time in my life when I played a video game and I was like, I really feel like that character. I am Gordon Freeman.
Yeah,
Ooh.
You
I
know.
could see that. That's
Hashtag I am Gordon Freeman.
We want Half-Life.
Hashtag you will
I
remember.
felt that way about Hexen, to be honest.
Dude, there was no.
What?
Okay. All right, I'll give you that.
Yeah.
You couldn't
Whatever.
even aim up or down.
No, Hexen 2. I'm
Dude.
sorry.
Did you guys ever play Marathon?
Nope, didn't do that one.
Fuck, that was good. That was Bungie's first-person shooter,
Mm.
and it was amazing. In fact, in my opinion, I wouldn't say the game's better than Halo, but if you go back and you play Marathon, you see a lot of Halo in it, and you start to realize, man, this studio's been great for a long time.
Yeah, I mean, I even liked Oni, to be honest.
Oh, and he was good.
Yeah, it was cool. It was neat. It was a neat game. But But anyway,
Anyways.
so for let's say, okay, I want to be a better game designer this year.
Do it.
Oh,
I want to make you
well,
guys
you
happy.
got your opportunity.
I do.
Big dreams. Let's make it happen. All right, so we are done for this week, and I guess I want to go out with any recommendations to all the. I'm gonna refer to them as the Kinder console buyers for Christmas time.
That's what you meant in the agenda. I was like, what the hell is a kinder console buyer?
Kinder.
I read it as Kinder, like a German word for children.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes, little children, you just buy your Xbox and PlayStation. You come play with us online. Finally, you're so cute and adorable.
Thanks for that,
And-
Gru.
And then you take them in your van.
Only if you have candy.
Here is candy. Enjoy the van. Anyways,
Oh, dear God.
so I guess the only thing I have for you wonderful people that join the Destiny Crucible and become quickly the mop in which I clean up all the blood off the floor. I would suggest that you stay away from everything that is a special in that game. If you see something that's very shiny, run the other direction for a minute. That's all I have to say.
Why?
Because
You might get hit by a golden gun or
Oh.
something else.
If we're giving Destiny noob advice, I'll give you mine because it happened to me last week, and I almost wanted to nominate him for Troll of the Month. So
Oh.
I'm running through the tower, and this person who's level like 5, and I'm like I'm 25, 24, 25, and I'm running over to like turn in some quests, and this dude like stands next to me and looks at me, and adds me as a friend, like in the same flow. And FYI, I'm not accepting your fucking friend's request. I don't know you. We don't play
Get
games
on my level,
together.
bro.
No, it's not even get on my level. It's I don't play games with strangers. Like, what if he rapes me on the internet?
You
It's
don't
not
talk
happening.
to strangers.
No, even on the
Well,
internet.
I'm
never.
the opposite. I totally.
I don't know
am
how
like
it is
the
on
random hookups
PlayStation,
out
but
there.
does the PlayStation Tower still reflect people that are in your area?
Probably. I don't know.
Oh, that's
So
creepy. I
like
didn't know that.
everybody in the tower in Xbox is all people local. So
Weird.
It's officially
within-
creepy. I had
Let's
no
end-
Yeah.
idea.
Let's end on that creepy note.
yeah. Anybody else got anything else? No. Okay.
Mm-mm.
Destiny sucks, and so does Assassin's Creed.
Oh. Okay.
You're dead to me.
And Half-Life.
Is amazing.
Okay.
Blows minds.
So, Lance, I'm gonna cut you off real quick. If you disagree, agree, want to comment on it, we will read them live. Feedback at entertainmentisdead.com.
I like it. Oh, everybody want to do their Twitter handles or no?
They're on the screen. You can
Oh.
read them. I typed them up there like a badass.
Yeah.
Also,
Bam.
find us on Twitch. We're going to be streaming a lot more.
Yeah.
Look what
Lately.
I found. Guys,
Yeah, that's
So-
the Entertainment is Dead New Year's resolution is to stream more.
We play games all the time. We just never turn it on.
Should I install that? Is that worth installing?
You have the
Okay.
weapon. Now get your game, Vance.
I have a million of those free tickets, so I'll probably start installing some of these games.
Do it.
'Kay.
Okay, we done? We out of here? We finished? We going to bed?
We are out of here.
I'm
Good
gonna
night,
eat.
everybody. There's a button I pushed that takes it to black, I think. But it doesn't have any theme music this week because I didn't get that finished on the stream build. So it's just black and you can hear me talking over the video. It might be a little uncomfortable.
All red, and I want it painted black.
Keep going, Vance. That's our theme music.
No colors anymore, we want them to turn black. Those girls named Mandy come up on our fridge.